So this is Bernard and Martha doing their negotiation in the pump room. I think Bernard is justified, even though he's kind of evil.
I'm trying to save the silo, Martha, and I am forced to go to any lengths to do it.
Well, bully for you.
What Mechanical is doing will get us all killed.
So you say.
I do say, and I also say, that before I let that happen, your wife will suffer more pain than she ever thought could exist in this life.
Yikes, dude. So why do you think he's justified?
So from his perspective, okay. So the history of the silo says that if there's a rebellion, the rebels are going to open the door and kill everybody. And he has seen real evidence outside from Juliet's helmet cam that Silo 17, this happened to them.
That's right.
So from his perspective, he's saving the silo. In fact, by any means necessary at this point, because you're saving 10,000 people's lives. So if he has to torture somebody, well, kind of, yeah, right?
Kind of do it. Actually, so you said he's saving 10,000 people's lives. It's actually much bigger than that, because from Bernard's perspective, 10,000 people is all of humanity. So he needs to do anything. He needs to do everything within his power to make sure that those 10,000 people stay alive. Because if they die, then all of humanity is gone. At which point, I mean, yeah, do what you got to do.
Does he think, so he knows there's other silos, right? Does he think all the other silos have collapsed? Or he just doesn't know if they're alive or not?
So they're Silo 18.
Yeah.
I don't know if he knows if there's more, because he was in contact, or the Silo 18 was in contact with Silo 17 when he was younger, but then it stopped. Like I think, if I'm right, tell us in the comments. Bernard thinks he's the last remaining Silo.
I would have thought that he would think that he might be the last remaining silo, but he's not sure if others have survived.
Sure.
And given that he's Silo 18, he knows there's at least 18 most likely.
So I think you're thinking of it very probabilistically.
Yeah.
But from his perspective, if he has not heard from any other silos for his life, except for after 17 went down,
yeah,
I think every year that went by, he's like, I don't think there's others. I really have hope, and I don't know for sure. Like probabilistically, I don't know, but I haven't heard from anyone else.
I see what you're saying. So he's head of IT. So there probably is a connection from IT to other silos, and he hasn't heard a ping, probably from other silos.
We don't know. It could be grouped in fours. So you communicate with little group of four, other group of four. They do their own thing. We have no idea.
But from his perspective, he's saving 10,000 people and probably all of humanity.
Right.
So
we don't know if he knows that there's 50 silos. We know that Solo knows there's 50 silos.
And he probably doesn't have a concept of the world. So I'm assuming this silo is in the United States because they're speaking American English.
Right.
So, other countries are probably going to have their own methods of silos or survival or post-apocalyptic stuff all over the world. But he wouldn't. Does he have a concept of what that even means? Probably not. So as far as he's concerned, this is it.
This is it. This is all of humanity.
Yeah.
And if you're charged with the responsibility of protecting all of humanity, kind of do whatever you need.
Do whatever you need. Just do whatever you need. Take it to the extreme.
Right.
Make sure.
In fact, you kill half the silo. Killing half the silo is better than killing all the silo.
That's true. So you might as well just get rid of them all. Gas Mechanical. Gas them.
As long as the gas is high density so that it stays on the bottom.
That's true. Or it has
vent it out later and then repopulate.
Repopulate. There you go. Yeah.
Kind of everything.
Kind of that's the move.
9,998 people. Kill them. Got 2 people left. Repopulate.
I don't think that's viable because there's genetic diversity problems.
Some minimum number. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember. I think somebody has done some study on this, but I think there is a minimum number.
So I've thought about this. This. If you had 2 people on an island and then they had kids, their kids have genetic problems, right? Some deformities or something. I'm not sure. But then they have kids and they have kids and they have kids. You have so many different genetic variations with different gene expressions, different like phenotypes, like extra, I don't know, legs or I don't know. Do you then restart evolution? Because somebody is going to have a better time in that environment. Right.
I want to say that if the number is so low, like 2, then the genetic diversity will be.
Yeah.
If the genetic diversity be so low that it probably would increase just like negative deformities and problems. But maybe if there's enough people that it's a lot of problems are introduced, but there's a lot of benefits introduced, maybe it could restart
X-ray
evolution.
Heat vision? I don't know how these things work.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Right? Somebody develops skills, they can now go hunt underwater on the island. Hey,
So you're saying if one has sex with their sister, night vision is what happens. So if we want the X-Men, what we're saying is incest, baby. Alabama is where the X-Men started.
Sometimes experiment needs to go before theory.